Calling all authors. The Your Book, Your Voice podcast with host Robert A. Lane features everything you need to know about narrating your audiobook, but it doesn't stop there. We have special guests lined up from all aspects of the book publishing industry, and we also dive deep into what it takes to be mentally prepared for success as an author and in life. So please welcome your host, Robert A. Lane.
All right, welcome to the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I'm Robert A. Lane. Got a business called Robert Lane Coaching, which you can check out at robertlanecoaching.com. If this is your first time tuning in, I am an audiobook coach and producer, and I specialize in helping nonfiction authors who have a great published book out in the world, whether it's an ebook or paperback or hardcover, and teach you how to narrate your own audiobook, record your own audiobook in your own voice, and be published on the AAA. And the AAA is Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books. You got to be on those three distribution platforms because that's where most people go to grab their audiobooks. So that's what I do as an audiobook coach and producer. I coach you through the process of creating your audiobook, and also part of the program that I teach, which is called Your Book, Your Voice, by the way. I do all the audio post-production editing for you to make sure that your audiobook sounds fantastic and that it meets the exact specifications for publication on Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books, and then upload your files for you. And by the end of the 6-week program, you're published. Your audiobook is up there, which is really, really awesome. If you want more information about what I do, again, you can go to robertlanecoaching.com. If you are interested in talking with me personally, one-on-one, about the program and about doing your audiobook, book a call with me. It's that simple. I talk to every potential client, every potential author before even enrolling them, just so I can find out more about your book and what your marketing goals are, which is really good because that's our topic for today. And if you are ready to get that audiobook done, we get you enrolled. So you can book a call. You can, simple. It's a simple link. Grab the link. And for those of you who are seeing it, we'll have a graphic that'll come up in just a second. But for those of you just listening to the podcast, audio only, it is a bit.ly link, which is bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. Okay, bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. That's the link. You could also go to robertlanecoaching.com and book your call there as well, but we'd love to talk to you about your book. So that's what I do as an audiobook coach and producer, and just something that I love doing, helping people and audio editing. It's a marriage of two things that I just enjoy doing. Also, just wanted to let you know that I do have a freebie, which is a great guide for you, which you can check out. We do have a graphic up there now, which is the Audiobook Narration Reference Guide. That gives you some pointers and guidelines on the practical aspects and the intangibles like emotion and how to present that. It's a PDF download. It's free. It's a great guide to help you with your audiobook narration. Go ahead and grab that as well. Again, that is a bit.ly link, and you can grab that at bit.ly/, what's my link? I'm drawing a blank. It is a narration reference guide. Of course, narration reference guide. Tell you, it's been a week. What can I say? All right. So our topic today, by the way, is about marketing. This is about audiobook promotion and marketing. A couple of things that are really, really important because, again, one thing that I do want to say, and I say this now all the time, and this is like my new catchphrase: all nonfiction authors need to narrate their own audiobook. Period. You've got a book out there, you need to narrate it. And why you need to narrate it? It's because it's your story. Nobody can tell your story better than you. No one. It should be in your voice. Because when you wrote your book, your voice is already in the written word. It's already there. So all you're doing is just bringing it to life. And you need to narrate your audiobook. Now, maybe you're one of those people who have, which is awesome. Good for you. I'm glad you did that. If you haven't or you're thinking about it, book a call with me, right? I'd love to talk to you and I can help you with that. But now that you have your audiobook, what do? How do you promote it? So we're going to really dive into some things that can help you with marketing and promoting your audiobook. So the first thing you really need to think about is, what are your goals? You need to have defined goals. What is it that you want to do with your audiobook? What is it that you want to do with your author brand? Because as an author, that is your brand. Your product is your book, your ebook, paperback, hardcover, audiobook. That is your product. That is your brand. That's what represents you. And of course, that's what makes you so unique. And that's why people are drawn to you to read your book and, of course, now listen to your audiobook. So figuring out what it is that your goals are. What are your marketing goals? What is it that you want to do? Are you focused on sales, for example? Is it just, I want to sell, sell, sell. I want people to buy my ebook and paperback and hardcover, and I definitely want them to buy my audiobook. Okay. So if that is your goal, then you're going to have to come up with strategies, and we'll talk about these things throughout the podcast, of things that you can do to promote and boost sales. Maybe you've written a book where you are teaching something. Maybe you're a coach or a teacher or an educator or an entrepreneur, and maybe you have a coaching program. So maybe you're utilizing your book and your audiobook to get more clients. Maybe you're looking to, boost exposure and revenue that way. Maybe like a few of the audiobook clients that I've had, the authors who've gone through the program, have used their audiobook for speaking engagements, sending clips to event planners and getting themselves booked for, whether it's a workshop or maybe even a keynote. It's been really, really great for the authors that have gone through the program who have actually utilized their audiobook in that way. So that's another way or thing of thinking about how you can utilize your audiobook. And of course, creating promotions and combo deals with your, buy my audiobook and get my ebook for 99 cents or, whatever deals that you want to do. There's a lot of ways that you can promote that way as well. But really thinking about what it is that you want to do as an author to promote your author brand. What are your goals? What is the marketing strategy that you want to do? So then once you have a clear definition, then you can start mapping out exactly what you need to do to promote and market your audiobook in that fashion so that you get the results that you are seeking with your audiobook. Okay. So, first thing we'll talk about in regards to promotion and marketing is one of the obvious ones, and that is social media. How are you utilizing social media to promote your audiobook? Now, when I have clients going through the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program, we talk a lot about this because obviously during the 6-week program when they're recording their audiobook, I want them to think about ways to start promoting and talking about their book and their audiobook and the process, and taking their followers and their readers and future listeners on the journey. It's such a great thing to get in on behind the scenes stuff. I worked 30 plus years in the entertainment business, so I had the opportunity to see a lot of things from a different perspective. Not just going to the theater and seeing, the final product, but to actually see how things are created, right? How movie magic is created. And you can do the same thing, how audiobook magic is created. So when you're utilizing social media, you should be posting your journey, posting about, going through the process of recording your audiobook. And it is a journey. It's a story. That's part of telling your story, not just about what you're literally speaking about and narrating about in your book, but you're telling the audiobook creation story. And that's exciting. And that's where people are really interested in hearing about. So tell that story, right? Share it on social media. So here's the thing. There's a lot of different social media platforms, obviously. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, LinkedIn, right? There's just a ton of places that you can promote. So a couple of questions that you should ask yourself, one of them being, where do you go for your social media? What is your go-to? Okay. If that, whether, let's say it's Instagram, if Instagram is where you go to, then focus on Instagram. Okay. Focus on that one platform that you use the most. Okay. Or that you go to the most. The second question that you need to ask yourself, and this is an important one, is what platform that you go to. So whatever that platform is that you go to, is it advancing your author brand? Is it promoting your book? Is it promoting your business? Is it helping you get sales? Is it really giving you the exposure that you are looking for in regards to you as an author and with your book? So let's say you love Instagram and you're posting, but you're not getting much response from it. Then maybe that platform is not the best platform for you. Maybe you should look at Facebook or look at LinkedIn or another platform that may work better for you. Now, the other thing that you have to keep in mind in regards to social media is when you have a platform that's working for you, stick to that one platform. Don't spread yourself out too thin, because it's not going to help with your business. Because if you're trying to create content for Instagram and then you're trying to create content for YouTube, let's say, or it can get really overwhelming, and then you have to go by whatever guidelines that Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn and all those places, what are the best ways to promote it? How should I promote it? How do I tag my posts? How do I do this? How do I do that? What do I do? What about hashtags? All these things, each social media platform obviously has their own little way of doing things. So if you try to be anywhere and everywhere, that can be a really daunting task, and that's going to eat up a ton of your time. So it's really better to just be the master at one social media platform. If Instagram's your thing, then just put all your energy in there, because then you'll really start to see results. Or if YouTube is, or again, TikTok or wherever, focus on that one social media platform, because that's going to help you in regards to promoting your audiobook and just promoting yourself as an author, your author brand, and the other various formats that your book is in already. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, taking them on the audiobook journey. If you've already have your audiobook recorded, that's okay. You can still create posts, maybe reels or shorts or TikToks or little, 1-minute videos or less, time where you can share a clip, right? Share a clip and say, hey, this is my audiobook, or here's a clip, and then put a nice graphic, picture of your book. You could do something like that, or you can, again, do carousel posts or static posts of a graphic of your book and audiobook coming soon. And again, really making little shorts or little videos, or taking photos of yourself, or having somebody take a photo of you recording your audiobook, sitting in front of a microphone. I mean, it's a great thing, like if you have, a microphone and you're sitting there and you have your book or your ebook in front of you, or it's off to the side, and you take that really cool photo. Yeah, recording, smiling, good thing, right? Then do it. Then do it, because those are things that are really interesting to people, and they love being taken on that journey. Okay, and then of course you need to post about the upcoming audiobook launch. All right, we're going to dive into other aspects. We'll talk more about putting together a launch team. Actually, we'll dive into that after we take this quick break. You're listening to the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I'm Robert A. Lane with Robert Lane Coaching. We are streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network, and we're going to talk about putting together a launch team and how you can utilize that to promote your audiobook. And hopefully it will also boost sales for the other formats of your book. All right, so that's coming up next. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them. Rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies. Find settings that allow them to be the most productive and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
All right. Welcome back to the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I'm Robert A. Lane with Robert Lane Coaching. RobertLaneCoaching.com. Check it out. And I'll talk about my audiobook coaching program, which is called Your Book, Your Voice, where you can be published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books in 6 weeks. You can record, narrate, and be published in 6 weeks. You really can do it. That's what I do as a coach, and that's what I do as an audiobook producer. It's helping authors like yourself create this fantastic work of art, because you are an artist. You're a writer, you're creative, you wrote a book, you wrote a nonfiction book. That's awesome. All right, so our topic again today is about audiobook promotion and marketing. And I mentioned about diving into a launch team, building a launch team. When you published your book, maybe you did this and maybe you didn't, but it's something that you can consider when you write your next book, and especially when you do your audiobook, and that is putting together a launch team. And what that really entails is just reaching out to people, reaching out to your followers, reaching out to, friends and family and just anybody, and saying, hey, do you want to be part of my audiobook launch team? And you get a group of people together and you help, give them guidelines of how to promote your audiobook launch, because you'll have a date set when your book is going to be officially live, which usually your launch date, by the way, is set. You want to make sure that your audiobook is up and live. Okay, so you got to make sure that your book is up there. All right, you don't want to say my launch date is on this date, and then the date comes and your audiobook is not there yet. That's not good. We don't want to do that. So when you get your audiobook launched and it's live, then you can set your launch date after that. But in the meantime, you're promoting, and you got this group of people who are helping you promote on their social media. And also you can get them to even buy your audiobook. And what you need to do for your launch team is give them something. Give them something nice. All right. Maybe a free copy of your book. Maybe, if you're a coach or an entrepreneur and maybe you have a coaching program, give them a free coaching session. Give your launch team something. All right. Because, you want to treat the people that are helping you right. All right. So getting a group of people together is great. And then you just say, on launch day, I want you to, purchase the book. And even if you pay for them, buy the book for them, buy the audiobook for them, that's fine. When you do launch on Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books, I believe that you are able to have coupons to get a book for free. So you can give away those to your launch team and just say, I'm going to give you a free copy of my book, of my audiobook, and I'll even send you an autographed paperback copy of the book as well. Just something nice, all right? Because you want to, again, gratitude is key, right? You got to be grateful for the people that are supporting you always. So get a launch team together. And what that involves is grassroots marketing. And that's another great way to promote yourself as an author, to promote your book, and to promote your audiobook. Grassroots marketing. I am a published author as well. I have a book, where is it? Here it is. Book called Lights Action You. When I wrote this book, I did put together a launch team, and I gave them free copies of the book, and they did a great job in helping me promote the book when I released it. And again, same thing with the audiobook. You can have them do all that for you, and it really, really does help. But it was grassroots marketing. Like, I literally reached out to all my Facebook friends, and I messaged them all, and I messaged them individually, because that's one thing that I do want to talk about in regards to reaching out to people. Okay, and this also applies to your email campaigns as well. When you're reaching out to people, okay, and you want them to buy your book or be interested in your book or follow you, or whatever you're doing, there are two ways that you can do things. Okay, you can do things automated, and there's a lot of tools and apps and things that you can get that'll help with automating emails, creating an email funnel. There's tons of different apps that can help you with that. Then and then also that can help you when you are reaching out on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and those types of platforms. Now, it is helpful because you're able to reach more people. However, it's a fine line. Okay, so the personal touch really goes a long way. Let's say you are doing an email campaign and you have one of these apps and they're sending out, let's say, 50 emails a day. Okay, we'll say LinkedIn is your platform, for example, and it's sending out 50 emails a day. You have this, app that's sending out the very well constructed, hopefully, of a very well constructed email sequence to do some cold outreach. However, don't let it stop there, because the personal touch really does make a big difference. Okay, it makes a huge difference, because everybody is just slammed in their DMs and their messages with cold outreach messages and emails. And after a while, man, you just are desensitized to that. So it's really important to do something that's personal. And now maybe you aren't going to be able to send 50 emails a day, but maybe you send 10 or 15 emails a day, but you personalize them to that person that you're cold outreaching to. I guarantee you the response rate is going to be so much higher. The percentages of somebody opening that email, that message, that DM, and actually reading it and actually responding to it, your percentages are going to be way higher when you add a personal touch. So don't only go for the easy, automated route. Okay. And again, it's great and it is helpful, but you do need to add a personal touch. Now, especially when somebody responds to one of your automated emails, let's say they do. Let's say, oh yeah, your book sounds great. Can you tell me more about it? Get on that email right away, okay? And personally respond to it. Don't wait for your email sequence to kick in the next email. You should really, again, go for the personal touch, because that's going to help you so much with your marketing and promotion. And people will respect you more. They'll appreciate you more. They know you're a human being. You're just not some, automated bot that's just sending out emails. They know you're a real person. And that means a lot, especially not only in the business world, but just, in the personal world as well. So don't, shy away from making the extra effort to do something on a personal basis. Okay. Again, if you are interested in narrating your own audiobook and you're not sure about the process of going from narration to publication, then by all means, please book a call with me. I would love to speak with you. And I'll give you that link one more time, which is bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. Okay. Audiobook onboarding, bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. Book your call. You will talk with me personally. I always talk to every client before I enroll anybody. All right. I want to make sure that you resonate with me. I resonate with you. I give you all the details about the audiobook coaching program, and then we get you enrolled. And in 6 weeks, your book is done and uploaded for publication on Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because, again, all nonfiction authors really do need to narrate their own audiobook. And it's your story. No one can tell your story better than you. Not a narrator, not AI. You're the author. You wrote it. You lived it. You breathed it. You've put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. You've dedicated your time and effort and money and everything to create a fabulous product that's out there in the world for to read. You need to narrate your own book because no one can replicate you. No one. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you unique. And again, another one of the catchphrases. You are the CEO of you. The buck stops with you. You are an author. You're an author brand. You're not a hobbyist. You are a business. Treat yourself like a business because you are. Love what you do. Embrace your business. You are the CEO of you, and you have some great product, right? Your book is your product, all right? Your audiobook is, of course, part of your arsenal. You got your ebook, paperback, hardcover, audiobook. It's great. All right, so emails are great. Email campaigns are great. If you have an email list, by all means, utilize it. Again, take them on the journey. Take them on your experience of creating, recording, and narrating your audiobook, okay? And of course, once it's launched and it's out there in the world, you definitely want to let everybody on your email list know. Now, having an email list is super, super important because it's your list, okay? Don't solely rely on social media to be your website or to be your email list because you don't own it. They own it, okay? So if something changes, if policies change, or let's say, Facebook goes down or whatever, and you're utilizing your social media as your only sole platform to reach out to people, you're asking for trouble, okay? So having your own email list is great. Now, one of the ways that you can do this, which is a great marketing and promotional tool, is creating a landing page, right? You have a landing page for somebody to, sign up with their email list, and phone number. And by them doing that, you are going to give them something of value, okay? All right? People aren't just going to give you their email list, or email, or phone number for that matter, just because. If they're interested in your book, that's great. That means they went to your landing page and they're interested. Now, when you have them sign up, give them something. Like for the my audiobook narration reference guide. It's a great tool to utilize to help you with your audiobook narration. It's a freebie. Giving it away, of course. I've given away my book, for people who've signed up for my email list. They go to my landing page, they give me their email, phone number. I want to give them something special for them making that effort. First of all, they signed up, so they're interested enough in my book, just like they'll be interested enough in your product as well as an author, okay? So that's great. That's great that they sign up. but give them something. Give them something of value. Give them content. And you can come up with a whole variety of things. Look at what your book is about. Here are the 3, or let's say 5. Here are the 5 steps to do this. Here are the, 10 steps to overcome anxiety. Here is, whatever your book is about. You can give them a PDF download, or again, maybe you can even do promotional contests and create a campaign for your audiobook, especially, and say, I'm giving away, my audiobook bundle. And if you sign up for my email list, you'll be in the running to get a free audiobook, paperback, and ebook. And if you have a hardcover, just give it to them. Be a great prize, for the first, we'll have a drawing, and we're going to give away 3 packages. All right. So that's another way that you can be promoting yourself and your book and yourself as an author and your brand, and of course your audiobook, is by creating these promotions. But having a landing page for people to go to and collecting those email addresses and phone numbers are great marketing. All right, that's a great way to keep people informed, to keep them in touch, and to keep them interested in you as an author and buying your book and buying your audiobook. All right. We're going to dive into podcasts. Let's talk about podcasts. When we come back, we're taking a quick break here on the Bold Brave TV network as we stream live. This is the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I'm Robert A. Lane with Robert Lane Coaching. Let's talk podcasts when we come back.
Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
It was almost instant, I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. It feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic on the BBM Global Network, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of the Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on the Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Welcome back to the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I'm Robert A. Lane with Robert Lane Coaching. I'm an audiobook coach and producer. I have a program called Your Book, Your Voice, which is a 6-week intensive for nonfiction authors to record, narrate, and be published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books by the end of the 6-week program. Glad you're here. And today's topic, of course, we are talking about audiobook promotion and marketing, and just a variety of things that you can do to promote your audiobook and to promote yourself as an author and your author brand. And of course, your products being your audiobook and your ebook, paperback, and hardcover. All right. I did mention about landing pages. Speaking of landing pages, if you'd like to grab that freebie that I do give away on my landing page, all you need to do is grab your audiobook narration reference guide, which is bit.ly/, Narration Reference Guide. Okay, that's the link. And we have a graphic up there for those of you who are seeing the video portion of the podcast. So grab that. And again, you can go to robertlanecoaching.com as well. It's right there on the homepage. You can click on that and grab your free download as well. So there's your freebie. All right. Now, I did mention about podcasts. Podcasts are great. Podcasts are a great marketing and promotion tool. Going on a podcast tour is a great thing. Talking to people who are interested and who are specifically, their shows are specifically there for you, for promoting what you do. Okay. So get on those podcasts and do some research. And even before your audiobook is done, maybe you're in the process of creating it and narrating it, but you should be researching podcasts. Okay. And you can try to find, the biggest and most popular ones. Obviously, those are the harder ones to get on. You can pay for podcasts, but 9 out of 10 times, you can still reach out to other podcasters and be able to get on their shows for free. Okay. So you just need to do some research. So let me give you a couple of suggestions about podcasts. First of all, there are a couple of sites, websites, apps that are out there that can help you. One is called matchmaker.fm. You can go there and put a profile up there and research podcasters, and then you can reach out to them. Another one is Guestio. I call it Guestio. Is Guest.io. Guest.io. Okay, that's another company that can help you definitely get on some podcasts. All right, there's free versions and paid versions of these. So, but check them out and research them. Okay, getting on podcasts are great. And it's a great way for you to promote your book, to promote your audiobook, to talk about what your book is about. And again, maybe come up with a really cool one-sheeter that gives a great description about what you do. And then that's what you send to podcasters. And that's what you can put on your profile. If you're on any of those websites or apps, then put together a nice profile. Remember, you want to be pro with everything that you do as an author, with everything. Your book, your audiobook, how you present yourself, how you are branding yourself, your author brand, very important. So, don't cut corners, do it right, do it professional, because you are a professional. Remember, you are the CEO of you. You're the boss, all right? Do you want subpar product out there that represents you? Of course not. I hope not. You don't want to do that. So just like when you created your book, you put the right team together. Maybe you worked with a book coach, which I highly recommend. Book coaches are great. If you hook up with a great book coach, it's really going to help you with your book. But through that, you can also meet and work with the people that will help you turn your book into something super professional, right? The editor, the proofreader, formatters, cover designers, all the people that are pros and experts in what they do to help you create an awesome product. Now, when you publish your nonfiction book, hopefully you utilize that, because again, you want your book. Here's your book. Here is a traditional publisher. You self-published. Here's a traditionally published book. You cannot tell the difference between the two. That's what you want. Back in the day, self-publishing was just looked down on as just this, cheapy thing. But nowadays, it is not like that at all. At all. No way, man. It is pro. And you are a pro, and you can do it just like with your audiobook. You have to be pro. Right? You have to make sure you have the right equipment and that you have the right guidance and accountability and the tools to help you be conversational and, most importantly, authentic, right? You don't want to cut corners with that, especially with your audiobook, because you're bringing your written word to life in your own voice. It's got to sound great, and you have to, just be able to keep your listener engaged from opening credits to closing credits. And that's why I love what I do as an audiobook coach, by teaching authors how to do that and to be awesome at it. By the way, if you go to robertlanecoaching.com, on the homepage, if you scroll down, there's clips of other authors who've gone through the program. You can hear them. You can hear how they sound, and they sound fantastic. And that's how you will sound when you do your audiobook. So check it out. All right. So another thing that you can do, and I did mention this a little bit earlier about automation. Okay. There are other sites and apps that you can utilize that can help you automate your emails and your outreach. But again, like I mentioned earlier, you have to have a balance. There's a fine line between automation and the personal touch. And again, I can't stress enough how the personal touch can make all the difference in the world. Like I said, you can send out 50 emails a day on cold outreach, or send maybe 10 or 15 emails a day. That's not automated. That's from a personal touch, and you may get more results with less outreach because you were being more personable. And that is just a really great thing to do. All right. Other things that I do want to touch on in regards to marketing and promotion, and I want you to think about these things. Think about collaborations. Think about other people that are in your genre, right? If you're a coach, if you maybe, or even if you're not a coach, but the book that you wrote about, the topic, there are going to be other groups and people that you can hook up with. Maybe there are influencers that you can work together with and do some cross promotion, right? You promote their stuff on your website or your social media, and then they promote your stuff on their website and their social media. Cross promotion is great. Hooking up with influencers is great. Collaborations really, really help. As an audiobook coach and producer, I have a couple of things that I do with other book professionals. I have a referral bonus program that I set up. I have partnerships that I've done with other book coaches. So it's a great thing where they promote what I do, I promote what they do, and it's a win-win for everybody. So when you're doing your audiobook and you're promoting your audiobook and just even the other formats of your book, look at collaborations. It's a great way to get the word out. And, especially if you're able to collaborate with an influencer who has a lot of followers, there's a lot of eyes and ears now on your author brand. It's a good thing, right? You don't want to pass that up. Another thing that you definitely need to do, and I'm sure you did that when you launched your book, your ebook, paperback, and hardcover, is book reviews, right? Book reviews and ratings, very important, right? And that's the other thing. When you put together your launch team, it's more than just them, buying your book or, promoting your book. Get them to review your audiobook. Post a review. Post it on Audible, Amazon, right? Post it on Apple Books. Get that out there. Tell them, give me a 5-star rating and a great review, right? Remember, you're going to give them something. Give them a nice freebie for their efforts, and something that's really, really cool, right? Again, a free book, a free audiobook, a free phone call, coaching session, whatever it is, whatever you can offer, your launch team, do something nice for them. But have them do reviews. Definitely, build that up, because that's going to help boost your ratings and boost the algorithm in Amazon to give you a higher rating of your book and of your audiobook, no matter what format it is in. So again, reviews, ratings, get your launch team to do that. And again, as I mentioned earlier, grassroots marketing is key, okay? The other thing that you can do is put yourself out there locally. Look in your local area. Are there book fairs? Are there book clubs? Are there any kind of author events that you can attend? Maybe you can set up a booth. Maybe you can sell your books there. Maybe you can speak at a book club and talk about your audiobook. And there's so many things that you can do, but look locally, all right? It's like Silence of the Lambs. You're like, whoa, okay, that's an interesting analogy. When Starling was able to find where Buffalo Bill really lived, right? He coveted what he saw. And it was the way that he was, murdering the people. And there was something that was out of order. And she figured it out, that one of the murders that Buffalo Bill did was in his own local area. And that's how she was able to track him down. So, weird analogy. I get it. But hey, there you go. The thing is, look in your local area, because there are going to be events and things that you can do that can help promote you, your author brand, your books, and especially your audiobook. So look for those book fairs, look for those conventions, look for those, events and clubs in your local area. Okay. I do have one more thing that I want to share with you, but we have to take one more quick break, and we'll talk about that when we come back. And then I just want to give you a little more detail about what I do as an audiobook coach and about the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program. So this is the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. I am Robert A. Lane with Robert Lane Coaching, and we are streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network.
Radio show host and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBN Global Network and TuneIn Radio. What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation.
All right. Welcome back to the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our topic today has been audiobook promotion and marketing. And hopefully some of the ideas and thoughts that I've shared with you today, you found beneficial and that you will start researching that. One thing that I did want to touch on a little bit is groups. Right? Social media was one of the first things I talked about in regards to getting the word out, taking your followers on your audiobook journey, putting together that launch team, getting the word out, of course, but joining groups, Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups or wherever social media groups are that you follow and that are your main social media. Join these groups. They're really, really helpful. And a lot of times they let you talk about your book, promote your book. Sometimes they do like promotional Friday and you get to post links about your book. And this way you get to post links about your audiobook. So that's another great way to talk with other like-minded authors like yourself and talk about their experiences with their nonfiction book. And maybe they've done audiobooks as well. And you can talk to them about their experience. Again, groups are really, really great. Now, again, if you haven't recorded your audiobook yet and you are interested in doing that, well, first of all, you need to do an audiobook. You really do, because the audiobook world has and continues to grow and expand, has been over the past several years. And again, it's a market that a lot of people now, that's their go-to, is audiobooks. Then they'll look at an ebook, paperback, and hardcover. So if you don't have an audiobook yet, you really need to do it. And again, as I say, all authors need to narrate their own audiobook because it's your story. You're a nonfiction author. You wrote this great story. It's in your own unique voice, your own unique style. You need to preserve that. And that is crucial in preserving the integrity of your author brand. You need to narrate your own book, and you do have the talent and you do have the skill to do it. All you need is just the guidance, and that's why I created the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program, to guide you, to be your coach and your editor and producer, to make sure you have a fantastic product out there. All right. So this is a bird's eye overview of the audiobook coaching program. First is I send you the equipment, okay? When you enroll, I send you a professional microphone, headphones. We go over the recording program that you use to record, get you set up, all right? Setup and preparation is the first phase. The next phase is doing a deep dive and teaching you how to do a great narration, how to be confident, how to be in the right frame of mind, because mindset is a very, very important aspect of doing a great audiobook. And bringing those intangibles, the energy, the emotion, your personality, your style, your uniqueness, and your authenticity, teaching you how to do that and how to do a great narration. Now, once your audiobook is narrated, you send your audio files to me, and that's where the coaching hat comes off and the editor's hat comes on. And I do my editing thing, where I go through your audiobook and I go through it, every bit of it, with a fine-tooth comb, and surgically remove things that don't belong, like mouth noises and just any other anomalies that shouldn't be there. That's what I do. Edit, clean it, make it sound great. And most importantly, making sure it meets the exact specifications for publication. Because if it doesn't, your book will be rejected. Your audiobook will be rejected, and you sure don't want that to happen. All right. The final phase is marketing and promotion, which we do talk about while you're doing your audiobook, and while I'm doing my editing of your audiobook, you should be promoting and marketing your audiobook. Okay. And I will upload all your audio files for publication to Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books for you, so you don't have to worry about it. The whole goal of the program that I've created is to take away the overwhelm and just the confusion and hassle of trying to do this on your own. And all you need to do is just focus on doing a great narration. And that's it. And that's it. So if you're interested, I would love to speak with you. I talk to every client before I enroll anybody into the program. And I, by the way, I do offer, for those who do sign up for the VIP one-on-one coaching plan, a 15% discount off the cost of the program. So let's talk. All right. All you have to do is book a call with me. It's that simple. All right. And there's a simple link for you to do it. Because remember, action takers are success makers. All right. You took action and you were successful in promoting and publishing your book. Now you're going to take action and you will be successful in recording and narrating and publishing your own audiobook. So book a call with me at bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. Okay. That's the link, bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. Again, you can go to robertlanecoaching.com. There's plenty of places where it says book a call. Click that button and let's talk. You will talk with me directly. I'm your coach. I don't send you off to like some, other team member or whoever. No, you talk with me directly. And I want to find out about your book and what your marketing goals are. And then we'll get you enrolled. And in 6 weeks, you'll have your audiobook recorded, narrated, and uploaded for publishing on Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books. All right. All right. So again, one more thing that I want to share with you is, and I talked about it, right? Creating a landing page. Go to my landing page and grab your free audiobook narration reference guide. Okay. Again, you can go to my website, or you can also grab the link. And the link, of course, is bit.ly, another bit.ly link, bit.ly/narration reference guide. Okay. So grab your free gift that I want to give you there. And there you have it. So with that, my friends, I leave you with this. When you're out and about in the world, smile at a stranger, say hello to them, give them a compliment, because that small gesture of kindness can make the world of difference in somebody's life. Maybe they're having a really, really bad day. And just by that smile and hello and even a compliment, you made their day. And that's being a good human. So go out there and be good humans. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Robert A. Lane with Robert Lane Coaching, robertlanecoaching.com. We'll give you more information about the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program. I appreciate you hanging out today. We're streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network, and we'll catch you next week for another edition of the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. All right, my friends, take care. Talk to you soon.
This has been Your Book, Your Voice with host Robert A. Lane. Tune in each week for another powerful and informative episode of Your Book, Your Voice, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave TV network.